There's no backstory today. We're just making terrain. Okay, there's like a little bit of backstory. We're making some terrain that can be used for like goblin encounters, because I have a lot of goblins but not a lot of terrain for them. That's just all we're doing. Stick along. So here are also a bunch of old unfinished projects that I've never got around to finishing, and so I figure we can take these and customize them a bit, throw them into a goblin style and use them for this project as well. At this point, I'm just harvesting bits so I can get the sprues. One classic tip for when you're doing these bricks is to take a pencil, and when you're outlining them, really just go in and hit the lines again after you've cut them, just to widen them out and give them some more texture. So they really get more defined when you do the paint job. It looks a lot better. So the idea here is I want to make a lot of different levels throughout this. So I want to make a bunch of platforms here, like ladders so you can get up here, and make it eventually so that there are like, let's see, so we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different levels, and so that it's a very much more dynamic combat this way, because there's much more climbing, much more thought on elevation, and this way I can also have like walkways going around to just make everything more interesting. mixing black paint and Mod Podge. And I do this because it's going to create a really strong protective layer that when we put it on these pretty delicate terrain pieces for their first layer, it's going to seal them up and protect them from getting damaged and from getting injured while being played in games. So we're going to mix this up and put this on as a base layer and then go from there. Now that these terrain pieces are blacked out, we're going to go in with all of these colors here. We're going to kind of stipple it around to do what's called undercoating. So by doing this, we're going to add some warmth and some other undertones so that when we come back through and we dry brush, it will kind of change how it looks. Even though it will still read as gray, it will kind of read as a different tone of gray, if that makes sense. So we're going to go through this, and then we'll hit the dry brush, and the magic will start to happen. So these stripes might look stupid right now, but once we start hitting it with the dry brush, it's going to add some good layering and some variation in the rock that's actually going to make it look a lot better. So it will be more interesting than just black dry brush gray, with just a little bit of subtle changes in the color of the rock. So the best tool for this task is one of these big makeup brushes, like pretty huge. And the nice part is they're very soft and there are a ton of bristles, so they're very easy to dry brush with, as they can kind of just run across the top of anything that you're making. So this is what I'll be using. We'll hit it with a couple layers of gray and then see where we can go from there. Too much. another video, another project done in the books. Feels a little silly. Now I just have another piece of terrain sit on my shelf, but that's where we're at right now. If this brought inspiration to you, subscribe, please. It helps, mostly with my motivation. Alright. Closure with something like this is hard because even if I should feel accomplished or proud of myself for doing this, it's really just another project done, and now we're on to the next thing. Constant movement. And really just the fun part is working on the project. So boys, if you haven't made something today, if you haven't put paint on a brush yet, go do that. Don't let this video get in the way of your hobby, alright? Have a good one.